The Beat 139. Featuring Doc, Don Vito, and Keith Cash. Harlem's #1 show.
Mr. Mayor, how you doing today, sir?
If you're not on the beat, you're not on the streets of Harlem.
100%. The last time I saw you was at the parade.
Yes. And it was a solid turnout. I've been marching in that parade going back to my days of being a police officer. So, it's always special when I'm able to just march and feel the energy in Harlem.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So it's a lot of stuff going on. So what's going on in the community?
Well, listen, we're doing a lot of things today. Today we were out in Queens destroying a bunch of vape products. A lot of these illegal vape products, they're really targeting our young people. We destroyed 1,200 pounds, and we've been confiscating it out of the illegal cannabis shops. We get a lot of call from parents that are talking about, the problem with the vaping issue, and we want to staying on top of that. We closed over 1,200 stores so people can go to the legal places if they want to buy cannabis that's not laced with anything illegal. And remember, part of this legislation that was passed in Albany was dealing with the legacy of those who were illegally arrested for cannabis. We wanted to make sure that they could open up establishments and not be undermined. And that's what was happening with a lot of the illegal shops. I think there was a large population of folks who invested in these illegal shops making money, and we wanted to turn that around. So I was really excited about doing that today. But also, we're on the subway, and I know you see it, brother, as you walk the streets and on the subway system, severe mental health issues.
Yes.
That's one of the number one things I hear from people when I'm on the subways and just, rapping with people who ride the trains, and that's the mental health issue. So we started an initiative called PATH, PATH. The whole acronym stands for what we want to do to go out and build on our subway safety plan, where from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m., we have a team of mental health professionals that are going to partner with law enforcement to give people the care that they need that are living on our subways. It's amazing. You need almost 100 touches before you get someone with severe mental health issue to build the trust and come indoors. And so we're going to be key on having people go out, talk to them, and really align themselves with some of the other stuff we did around the subway safety plan. Because people want to be safe on the subway, and we're going to do everything possible to make that happen.
That's a very good thing. That's very important. Because I saw something on the news the other day where this lady, and I could tell she had mental health issues, where she snatched the money from the little kid in the grocery store.
Right.
That's mental health all the way.
It is, man. And that's overshadowing our success of severe mental health issues, random acts of violence. Those two areas have really impacted us. And really the random acts of violence that you talked about, snatching the money from the child, those random acts of violence are connected to severe mental health issues. If you get severe mental health issues under control, you'll really dissipate, if not eradicate, the random acts of violence. And people would feel comfortable about walking the streets or on the subway system. We had a meeting today with NYCHA tenant leaders, and they were talking about inside their hallways, their stairways, on their rooftops. People with severe mental health illnesses have started to creep in and live in those areas. And so we said we got to get on top of that and not allow it to continue to happen.
So is that connected to like public safety?
Without a doubt, brother. I say public safety is a prerequisite to prosperity. And I have not been in one community, particularly communities of color, where people are not saying, listen, we want our law enforcement to partner with the community. People don't call for less police. They just want police doing their job in a respectful manner. And that's what we're doing. We got a great team over there. Chief Madry, everyone knows and love him. Deputy Commissioner Daughtry, Deputy Commissioner Shell, Chief of Patrol Shell, and Tariq, and First Deputy Commissioner Kinsella is helping whatever commissioner comes in. Right now, they're helping Interim Commissioner Tom Donlin. But no matter who was there, if it was Eddie Caban or Keyshawn Sewell, those commissioners, they always had a solid base from that team that have really made sure crime continued to drop. 9 straight months, brother, crime has dropped in the city, in the
Mm-hmm.
system. You know, the subway system, we have the lowest number of robberies in our subway system in recorded history. And
Wow.
in August, which is traditionally a high month for shootings, we had the lowest number of shootings in the month of August in the recorded history of this city.
Wow. They don't talk about that, huh?
No, brother, you know, I got to stay focused because people want to tell you, I've been asked about the investigation. Listen, the lawyer got to handle that. I got to handle running this city and continuing the victories that we have shown. You know, everything from free high-speed broadband to NYCHA residents to investing in foster care children to reducing the cost of child care from $55 a week to less than $5 a week, turning around our economy. We have so many victories. If you didn't know it, you would think this city was in a disarray and disorder when it's far from that.
And that's why we have you on the show so you could talk about the things that they don't want to talk about.
Well said. Well said. And that's the power that, unlike when David Dinkins was mayor, he was really handicapped because he had to deal with the major networks and the major tabloids. But now, you know, when you have great shows like yours and other people utilizing the social media platforms, internet radio and TV, Instagram, we have now shifted the power where you can speak direct to consumers. And that's why I love being on the show, because I'm able to speak direct to those Harlem Nights and others who tune into your program.
Correct. And the people in the community want to hear this stuff because, it's like, just like you said before, we know that you don't know what's going on, but we're going to bring it to you.
Right.
Remember you said that at one of your campaigns out in Harlem over there, I think of Mount Morris Park or something like that. You said, we're going to bring the information to you. And what you're doing right now, you bring the information to the people. That's very important.
Right. No, well said. And we got to bring it to them. If I don't, people will get a watered down version of what we're doing in this city.
Mm-hmm.
And by me bringing it directly to you and informing people in the real way, it allows them to hear directly from me, because the people elected me, not the opinion makers. And I need to speak in a language that the people understand. And listen, I'm an authentic child from these communities, and I need to speak directly to people in a real way.
That's right, and that's 100% correct. So, what's the deal with Roosevelt Avenue?
Listen, unbelievable what's happening over there. A heavy level of prostitution, a heavy level of just illegal activity.